All right, thank you very much for joining me. This is Gull Payne back again. Just a very, very quick video response to, well, not very quick, well, maybe a little bit quick, to Rodgy Retro Gamer. And Rodgy has asked the question, what do you love about modern gaming? Which I thought was a really interesting question. So I thought I'd do a little VR about it. Why not? So basically, what I love about modern gaming, I mean, I've listened to a few other people what they their videos about this, and basically it was like, I think Retro Ed was basically talking about like how he likes VR and stuff like that, and I think another few people are saying basically how like RPGs have kind of come so far from like, you know, like not single screen, but like, you know, like small characters and kind of limited sort of I don't know, kind of what the kind of limited gimmicks in the games to like these kind of complicated ones. So it's kind of welcomed, and the voice acting and the cinematics are like so much improved as well. But for me, what I love about one of the things I love about the modern gaming is the remakes of the old games. So like Resident Evil 2, like Resident Evil 1, the remake, that was only a few years after Resident Evil 1 came out. That was a significant improvement. But Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, those remakes are like, I mean, the old Resident Evil 2 and 3 now look like Atari games compared to like the new ones. You know, like at the time Resident Evil 2 looked like, oh my god, it's so realistic. But now it's like, it looks so old, and the remakes, like the modern remakes, I mean, you know, there's no comparison. They look so much better. The old games are good as well, like. But I think that's what I like about modern games, is like the remakes of the old games. But also like, I do like the VR as well. Although some of the games I can't play. Like VR, you couldn't get that VR in, you know, like 20, 30 years ago. I mean, the Virtual Boy tried, and sort of like I think you had like the 3D glasses with the Master System, like, you know, but there was no comparison. And then with VR today, it is really immersive, and if you have headphones in, it's amazing because you can hear like what's happening each side. You know, you can turn your head around. For like some of the games like Farpoint and Resident Evil, they still haven't got like the turning though. I mean, if you turn, it jitters. So like they still haven't got that, but everyone else is fine. Like moving your head around and kind of moving forward is okay. It's just the turning they can't seem to figure that out. But yeah. So for me, it's a bit of the VR. That's okay. I don't really like a lot of the games though, because they make me motion sick. So I can't really play them for a long time. And then I like the 3D games as well, as opposed to the 2D games. But some of the 2D games are better, and I like the modern take on the 2D games as well. Like the way, again, I'm going back to remakes, like the Wonder Boy 3, where you can go back and forth, and then there's also or back and forth between the old graphics and the new graphics. Monkey Island Special Edition, you can do that as well. You can have the new graphics, which are really nice, but they kind of look like Flash games, and then the older sort of sprite-based graphics, which actually look like computer games, or they look like actual games, like so. Or like games that belong on a console or a computer, as opposed to like a lot of the games today, they look like mobile phone games. They're just like, I don't know, they're like Flash games. They just don't look as good as I don't know, the older games. Like, but that's what I don't like about modern gaming, all the Flash games, or like just the shovelware games. I mean, there's always been shovelware games. If you think about it, like there's always been like crap games. Like think of like Atari 2600, where there's just like, you know, so many bad games, and then the Nintendo NES started off with a few good games, but then they started getting like, you know, just really bad games, like just complete waste of money. But today there's so many like just completely terrible games. That's what I hate about modern gaming. Like you can find out straight away, you know, like how good a game is or how bad a game is by looking at sort of the Metacritic score, or the you know, like reviews online about it, like video reviews online about it, a lot easier than you could back like 20 years ago when you had to rely on magazines that were probably, you know, like taking money from the developers or taking money from the publishers in order to give a favourable review of a certain game, because, you know, to drum up sales on that. But like some of the games today, I mean, they're so bad. Like the shovelware games, they're just awful. Like, so that's what I hate about modern gaming. There's not as much quality, I don't think, as, you know, previous years. Because if you brought out a game, I'm not talking about Atari. That's a different story. That's almost exactly the same as the shovelware today. But yeah, you kind of have to be careful about what you buy, particularly like on some consoles. the downloadable games, I think, are just like, some of them are just like pathetic. Like they're not even games really. They're really like time wasters for like 20 minutes. Um, yeah. So what I do like about modern gaming is VR. Definitely, some of the VR games are excellent. The remakes that are being made as well. That's another sort of like plus. I like the modern 2D games as well, like Bloodstained, and sort of like the modern versions of retro games like Wallachia. Um, there's another couple of the Curse of the Moon and those sort of ones as well. They're like in the retro style, but they have like like updated graphics, or kind of more complicated graphics, but the gameplay is like the really old fashioned gameplay. Whereas like other games like Spider-Man, The Last of Us, Uncharted, those really have like the modern sort of gameplay where it's like 3D, and there's all these like different mechanics that multiple mechanics that you're using. Some of the RPGs today as well, like the mechanics are just too complicated, like for the games to be enjoyable, or fully enjoyable, or as enjoyable as like a more simpler game. Like sometimes you hark back to the more simpler times. Anyway, that's my quick video response there to that. And I've also, this is a two-parter, because I've also put I missed one of the high score challenges. Thanks Rodgy Retro Gamer for coming up with that really interesting question there. I missed one of the high score challenges, Violent Storm, so I thought I'd just put my Violent Storm score here along with this video as well, so it's not just me and my curtain and my light blabbing in the background here. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios, take care.
Congratulations! You made it very well. You've done a great job. Okay, please.